In this video, we are going to look at the closure property of whole numbers. Now we all know what whole numbers are, right? They start from 0 and then it includes the set of natural numbers, right? It goes on up to infinity. What we mean by closure property is that whenever we perform a specific operation, let's say addition, on whole numbers, what is the answer? Is the answer also a whole number? Right? If the answer is also a whole number, we say that the whole numbers are closed under that particular operation. So let's say, for example, I take two whole numbers, which could be 3 and 5. 3 plus 5. Okay? What is the answer? The answer is 8. Right? Let me take another numbers. Let's say 6 plus 11. The answer is 19. Every time I perform the addition operation on whole numbers, the result or answer that I get is also a whole number. Right? So what we say is that the whole numbers are closed under addition. What does this close stand for? This means that, within the set of whole numbers, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and so many of them, if I add all these numbers, the answer is not going to fall outside this set. The answer is actually closed within the set of whole numbers, right? Now let's look at subtraction. If I subtract 3 from 5, both 5 and 3 are whole numbers, the answer is 2, right? But if I subtract 5 from 3, I get -2, which is not a whole number. So what this means is that the operation of subtraction on the whole numbers may sometimes give a whole number, but it is not always going to give a whole number. Like if we see in this particular case that the answer is not a whole number. And therefore we say that the whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Right? Let's look at the third one, multiplication. When I multiply 3 times 5, I get 15. And 15 is a whole number. If I multiply 5 by 3, again I get 15. Which is also a whole number, right? In both these cases, the answers are whole numbers. Similarly, you can do as many multiplications as you want, and every time you multiply two whole numbers, okay, the answer is going to be a whole number itself. It is going to lie within this particular circle, and therefore we say that the whole numbers are closed under multiplication. Now let's look at the last one, which is division. When I divide 3 by 5, what do I get? I get 3 by 5, which is not a whole number, right? Which means that when you divide one whole number by another, the result need not necessarily be a whole number. Which implies what? That the whole numbers are not closed under division. Right?